had other commitments. Grown up pulling, throw them up into a spliff and take some time, single second of reminiscing. Say just what you want so that I'll be less resistant to me, baby. You're my wifey. Buy your diamonds, get your jewels, it's so icy. Black dress, high heels, you're a baby. If I didn't have you here, what would I be? Turn the lights down, come inside now. Shut the door, we're alone so you can be loud. Yeah, I know how you like it. But my lips scratch my back when I pipe it. Ooh, we'll stay here until the night's done. Ooh, let's play it cool and see the outcome. See the outcome. I'ma fly you out to Mykonos or somewhere that we barely know. Baby, keep me guessing with the way you made me lose control. Quiero follarte. Speaking Spanish, so you don't know what I say. Ay, ay. I need you in my life. Can you be by my side for now and then, forever in my eyes? Yeah. My darling, my love, we'll fly high like doves. Beautiful mind, shines bright like a star. I know that you will be there for me, even if our holy connection didn't lead us both into heaven. I will give you my heart just for a strand of yours. What's going on? My name's Harrison Walker. I'm from London and I've just reviewed QSC's audio with Headliner Hub. I love performing live, and it has been over a year now since myself and my band have performed, and I just can't wait. As soon as it's back on, we're booking in, because the last gig we were supposed to do as well was a headline gig, which was going to be super exciting. It was going to be super fun. But as soon as we can, we'll get back on it. We'll be back in London and we'll be gigging ASAP, basically. Live performance that inspired me was by Jason Allen Butler, who is the lead singer of Let Live. So it was Let Live. It was their performance. But Jason, in particular, is one of the most crazy performers live I've ever seen, and I absolutely love it. It was a performance at a festival, can't remember which one, but he started climbing on the railings, and he just mental when he was kicking over speakers, but he's never done drugs, he's never touched alcohol, he just gets it from the music, and I think that's dope, so that one. Best live gig I've been to was Bring Me the Horizon at Reading Festival. It was either 2016 or 2017, and it was their That's the Spirit album kind of release around that time. And it was just the most incredible gig ever. It was tipping it down with rain outside, but there were so many people, so you weren't cold, and you were just vibing, and there was a massive mosh pit which just went across the whole of the front of the main stage, and it was dope, so definitely that one. My personal favourite of mine was at Gigi's Bar Hoxton, Underbelly. This was the last gig we did actually, over a year ago, because it was packed, it was so fun and people were loving it, and I just had a good time. It was just fun. Yeah, that's why. I think performing live, I can kind of speak for all musicians when I say, like, it's one of the main things we want to do, because we want to show people this is for me anyway, I like to show people, you know, what I'm creating. I like people to have fun with my music, enjoy it,
And then it's also great because it gets us to new audiences, it shows us to new people. Social media is good for that, but at the same time, it's not as personal as a gig. So you go to gigs and you can get very personal with your audience and who's watching. So that for me is probably kind of why I want to get back as soon as I can, just to kind of start spreading the word again. But yeah. So today we use the QSC audios for just a general PA system. So we plugged in an interface which had the PAs, it had the subwoofer, and then we ran a guitar through it and my lead vocals, and then a laptop with the backing track on. So 3 tracks, and a room mic, just to get some back. So we plugged a lot of things in actually, but it sounded great, it was awesome. And general gigs we play at, capped venues around the 200 mark. Obviously we're aiming to get more the further we get in this career, but at the moment it's about 200 capped venues we tend to play. We did not get any noise complaints from our neighbours today, which is always fun. So at a gig we tend to bring guitars, crashables on drum kits, and I sometimes bring a keyboard if the venue doesn't have one. And I also bring merch for when they're back on. I'm going to start bringing merch because it's all ready to go. And we just tend to carry it by car. If not, I have brought a keyboard via the tube, which was not fun. So carrying equipment to gigs and venues is a pain, but it's got to be done. And yeah, so that's kind of what I tend to bring. One of the worst ones, it was actually not the worst one, because referring to the previous question, it was actually one of the best gigs we had. But when we turned up, it was a nightmare, and it had to do with the mixing engineer didn't turn up until like a new one had to come last minute, and we had to do sound check whilst we were performing our first song, and it was just a nightmare because we were all trying to figure out if it sounded good, and I couldn't hear my vocals through the monitors, and it was just a nightmare to start with. But once it got rolling, we were good, and like I said, it was actually one of the best gigs that I've done and the most enjoyable. The QSC system was super easy to set up. It took us no time at all. In terms of expectations, it boosts what I was expecting, to be honest. I'm used to playing in rubbish bars with rubbish PA systems, so it's definitely a step up to what I'm used to, which was great fun. It was awesome. So super easy and super great, which is win-win. Sound quality was dope. It was insane. The bass wasn't too heavy. It didn't get in your face. But in terms of that, there's high cut and low cut features on the QSC, the tops that you can activate, which if it is a bit too much, depending on the mix, you can reduce it. It was really great. I don't have anything bad to say to the QSC audios, to be honest. The monitors were great. The subwoofer was great. Just sounds super crisp, super clean throughout the whole thing. Thank you so much to QSC Audio and Headliner Hub for allowing me to take part in this competition. It's been great fun, and I hope you enjoy what music I have to share. You can find me on socials via Has Walker UK or Harrison Walker Music. And yes, see you soon.